All right, it's early morning, almost 8 a.m. and I'm driving up to Cuyuna to do some riding. It is cold today, so I got my cold weather gear on, and gonna shred the trails, do some GoPro video for you, and have a blast. See you up there. Windy again. Love this trail. Woo. Might have to overshoot some of these this time.
Here we go, Chad. Oh.
Oh yes. Can't believe I just did that. So just got to Cuyuna, and a few miles out it started snowing. Check it out. Because it's like 24 degrees, this should be fine to ride in, so I'm not gonna worry about it too much. Might actually be kind of fun. Yeah, let's get to the trail. Well, I'm here in Cuyuna. It's snowing. They're not the conditions I was expecting, and I believe I have the wrong tool for the job. Should have had my fat bike, but still works. I just have to watch out for ice. So I'm on Galloping Goose. Whoa, speaking of ice. I'm on Galloping Goose. I dropped my tire pressure a little bit in hopes that I'll have good traction. It's about 25 degrees and it looks like the lens is covered up with snow. Whew. This is one of those things where drag a foot in the corners. I'm not gonna hit that rock. Usually I do. So this ride is not going to be as exciting as I thought it would be, but it's always good to get out here and ride in varied conditions. Whew. And the best part about this, getting outside during a pandemic, and it's beautiful out here. So if anything, I get to enjoy being outside, getting a little bit of fitness. Whew. Oh, there's a tabletop. Don't have the speed for it. So, I've been riding for a little while here on Galloping Goose, and haven't found any like sheer icy spots yet, but the trail is definitely just loose enough to make me a little cautious. So we'll see. Like right here, yeah, see my front tire slid on that. Whew. Definitely would have preferred my fat bike. Yeah. Oh well. Still having fun. Whew. Okay, now we're in a section that used to be called boot camp. It's kind of fun. It's got a lot more turns, twists in it, some roots. But this is now just part of Galloping Goose. They now that they made it just a one-way trail system, they just decided to integrate this right in with Galloping Goose, which goes all the way around the lake. Used to have a trail called Easy Street, and it was a two-way trail, but they did away with that. Whew. But I like this boot camp trail. It's got a little bit of climbing, a little bit of descending, but nothing too major. I believe they called it boot camp. It's a good trail to learn on without any extremes, but you start getting into the climbing, the descending, the tighter turns, things like that. Whew. A little slick. It's like kind of on a little bit of a cliff edge there, so don't want to slide off the edge. Definitely keeps my butt cheeks puckered. Pucker up. It's the reason that term exists. All right. It'll be interesting to see how the road is that takes us to the north side of this trail, because the roads around here are really icy. Whew. Disc brakes, at least most of the ones I've ever had, tend to make noise when they get colder. Like I said, it's around 25 degrees or so, and whew, oh, look at that. Nice. This is why you get out here. Oh, that's beautiful. Stop and show it to you. Grab the GoPro. Look at that. There's the trail, the lake. Oh my goodness. This is so worth it. Now I'm on the service road and it is sketch. Oh, you can see, oh, where somebody fell. Pure ice right here. Yeah, it is just pure ice. I think I'm gonna ride over here. Oh yeah. Yeah. This is what I was worried about. And like, I don't think there's any part of this that isn't ice. Well, maybe over here. Okay. Try this side. Seems wherever the cars drive, it's like super icy. I see the sign. I do not see the trail. And I see, oh, there it is up there. This looks really sketch right here. Yep. I'm gonna walk over this. Better to be safe than sorry. Okay, this stuff that I'm walking on doesn't feel icy anymore, so let's get on the trail. All right, so this is going to be the north side of the lake. So again, I gotta kind of play it and see what it's actually going to be like, because it could have icy spots where the sun hits it, because when you're on the north side of the lake, you're going to get the southern sun exposure. So we'll see. I'm not going to do any of the offshoots. So this Galloping Goose trail is on the north side of the lake, is where all the offshoots are, and there's a bunch of different trails that offshoot. Some of them are super fun and they have some pretty good downhill, but had I had my fat bike, if I can speak, I would have done some of those. But with this bike, just a little too sketchy. Woo. All right, well, the trail seems decent so far, just about right as I say that. See that? Just always got to be on your toes. When crossing the road, I also have to be careful. All right. Yep. I'm glad I came up here. Having a lot of fun, but I just still have to be careful. It's pretty in here. Love it. So I opted to ride platforms today, and so I don't have boots. What I did is I have my Ride Concepts Vice shoe, which is my dirt jump BMX shoe, whatever you want to call it, and then I put wool socks from Smartwool on, and as long as I keep moving and working and keeping the blood flowing, my feet are going to stay warm. It's if I stopped for any long period of time that my toes would probably start to get cold. But I've been out here for a while now and my feet are toasty, so I think I got the right combo. Traction on the pedals is okay, but I wouldn't say great. But you know, being that I'm not getting too gnar and I'm basically just mostly rolling along here, I like it that I can get my feet off the pedals quickly when I hit these slippery spots. There's some new trails going in here. It's one of the reasons why I'm looking for property up here, is because I want to have close access to these trails. And excuse me, phlegm. So they're making new trails all the time. So Wednesday, which is in my intro, and I have a couple of videos of the whole thing, that trail is new and it is a blast, and it's short. You got to climb up to the top and then bomb, and there's jumps, berms. It's a lot of fun. Definitely my favorite trail right now. But they're adding more and more trail all the time. Their website says 30 plus miles of trail. I think they probably have a little bit more than that now. And I mean, basically Cuyuna is the Bentonville of the upper Midwest. Not remembering to wipe off the GoPro. And it's only going to get better from here. So loving it. I'd say the big difference between this place and Bentonville is that Bentonville definitely has a lot more like free ridey or bike park type stuff, jumps and things like that than Cuyuna. But I have a feeling that those will evolve up here. They're definitely, you know, Wednesday's a great start, and they have the bike park, which I would say is decent, but it doesn't have anything super extreme. Well, take that back. If you cross the road from the main bike park, there's a pretty big drop and some big jumps over there. But hopefully they find somewhere to build like a cool road gap or something like that. We'll see. Galloping Goose straight ahead. Auger is a fun trail that's off to my left. So Galloping Goose is basically the easy trail all the way around the lake. With offshoots to some really fun stuff. Galloping Goose has a bunch of this like fun flowy stuff. I don't know what that is. Oh, it's a big concrete thing. I wonder what that was for. Old railroad or something. I don't even know if I've ever noticed that. Like in the summer, you don't see that stuff as easily. Definitely some flow. Lake on my right. There's some brakes. Don't want to go too fast. So if you're wondering, I don't know if you can hear that in the video, but rocks keep getting picked up by my tires in the snow. And this fork has that little protective fender on the back side of it. Just a tiny little thing on this fork, and the rocks get kicked up and then they hit that plastic fender, and that's the noise you're hearing, if you can hear it. And my guess is that that fender is to protect the fork from those rocks. Probably mainly the stanchions. I'm hitting these jumps in all hopes that there's enough traction. Big bird. Yeah. Woo. Skills Park is closed. It's unfortunate. Oh, it's kind of wild. They don't have this closed. There's a big drop that I did last summer. It's a lot of fun. Looks spookier than it actually is. My first go, I had a friend roll me in, which I highly recommend if you're ever doing a big drop like this. Even if you're good at doing drops, have a friend roll you in the first try, just so you get the speed right. Because I've seen even some of the good riders that do drops, the thing they do most often is they overshoot and land way down at the flat. So definitely have somebody roll you in the first time you do a drop like this. Smaller drops, maybe not such a big deal, but a big one like this, very important. All right, that concludes my ride up here in Cuyuna. Hello, I'm back at my truck. Just got done riding Cuyuna here, the Galloping Goose loop. And before I go, I wanted to show you my helmet. I just got this. This is the first time I've ever used a cycling helmet that's made for colder weather. This is the Giro Neo, and I'll take it off here. It's got nice ear coverage. It actually has a little lever on there so you can open and close the vents. I have the vents open right now. It's about 25 degrees and this helmet has been perfect. Kept my head nice and warm. I've even sweat a little bit in it. So I think this will even go good for like single digits and teens. I have no idea, like below zero. I have ridden below zero, but they can get pretty gnarly. But we'll see. Love the helmet. I really enjoyed my ride. It was a little slippery for this bike. I would have preferred my fat bike, but I did just fine and had a lot of fun. I appreciate your support from my channel. Please like and subscribe.